which of them are those that you really want to work with, say, the near future?
The first thing, the truth is that the Cameroon industry is very complicated because most of the big names up there, they I don't want to say that they make it difficult, but they don't make it easy as well.
Mm.
Yeah, if you really wanted to work with them. Personally, I come from a place that I like to motivate myself and push myself so much. I don't usually believe so much in trying to. I just believe that if I have to work with anybody in the industry, I should work, and the person should see that I'm able to work.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like I'm looking at someone and trying to come work with that person. I'm just trying to do my best
Okay.
and just say that whatever, if somebody sees that okay, at this level he can work with me on whatever I want to do, I will work. But if there is one person, I like his hustle. I like the way he does his things a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Can Quintos. I like Can Quintos a lot because he is like, he does his things the way I would like to do my things. He comes from his own,
From his own angle.
from his angle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could say he's bad, you could say what you like, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's just doing what he likes to do. That's the kind of filmmaker I like to be. I like to just do what I want to do, because at the end of the day, this thing is just about doing something that makes you happy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like the fact that he goes about his things the way he wants it to be. He does not have to beg anybody for anything. I don't know whether he begs in the back, but from what I know that he does stuff. And when you are prepared, you look at the way he did Fisherman's Diary.
Mm-hmm.
He came and took the whole industry by storm. I like that. I like working like that. You just sit, plan, then you execute well. Yeah, without too much drama and trying to link up too much here and there and all of that. I like the way he works.
On the off chance that Kankitos is watching this, God sinners. God sinners is ready to work with you. He's ready to take over the world with you. So let's go out of Cameroon a little bit. Where do you see yourself like in the next? Do you see yourself working with like some of the guys out of Cameroon, and who exactly would that be?
Personally, I believe that I would direct a film in Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know that I will do it. I feel that I feel it in me. I know that it will happen.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a matter of time because I already know exactly how I'm moving. And I'm not God, but I feel that if God is blessing, just he has been blessing a lot, and if he continues blessing, my dream is to work on Hollywood set. That's where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
And I am looking at it, and every day I'm asking myself, how am I drawing closer to it? How am I working towards it? And there is one special thing God has done that I like so much. Most of the things I've ever said with my mouth often happen. So saying this, I'm feeling so happy that I said this
Yeah,
today.
manifesting.
Yes, the things I say often manifest, and because when I say something, it means I've really looked into what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to achieve. So I believe that when the time will come, I will find myself there, and it will not be by luck. It's just that I'm working towards that. I'm planning to actually go to a film school properly.
Okay.
Yeah, I intend to go to a film school, a professional film school, and get the kind of training that I really want.
Yeah, but do you think going to a film school is essential? In fact, what level of how do you evaluate the importance of going to a film school? And do you think going to a film school right now is going to really change the amount of effort that you put into doing whatever project that you're doing? Don't you think continuing with the way that, or continuing with the self-learning that you have been learning right up to now would go a longer way than having to get down and go to film school and everything?
Yeah, when I say I'll get to a film school is because you have to understand that the cinema culture of Africa is not the cinema culture of Europe, for instance, or America. Because some of the things we learn here to work as indie filmmakers in Cameroon, work very well with us here at the level of the kind of things that we do. For example, the machines we use here, we have, let's say we have some kind of limited equipment that we use, and we just make do of what we have. When I say I intend to go to a film school, it's not because I feel that what we are doing here is not enough. I feel that for me to be able to blend in well into what I'm looking at, I must introduce myself to their own culture and look at what I do not know about their culture.
Okay.
Because there must definitely be something about Hollywood and their movies that you who is doing film in Africa, you might know some, but you can't say that you know everything in its entirety.
Okay.
So that is the idea I mean by enrolling in a film school. And I still believe that even at that level, they still want to believe that you have a certain level of formal, training in this. Yes, somebody cannot just trust you with a $1 billion project because you used to do films in Africa and you were so good as an independent filmmaker. At least something should back that up, that okay, you went through this, you came from this and went to this and did this. So to me, that's how I look at it.
Even though I think in the world in which we live now, it's usually more about skill and about what have you done, and looking at about skill and the results of what you have done. I think even if you do not have a formal education and you have done the best thing that whoever has done in the world, and when I'm saying that, I'm thinking about Laxolu, for example, or something which is bigger than that. Nobody is going to fault you for not going.
That's
for
true.
not getting.
No, that's very true. But you will still go back to the point that someone like Ken Stephen actually has some experience, and to an extent, maybe I don't know, but if you look at someone, because it's for Douala that I know. Because from what I know about Douala, he was formally trained as a cinematographer. Yeah, but I don't know very much about Ken Stephen. But I just think that experience still beats all of that.
Yeah.
But it's still another advantage if you can be somewhere in some formal place. Of course, you pick up something that you didn't know about.
What do you think about the level of professionalism in that industry, though?
In Cameroon?
Yeah. In fact, if you had to rate professionalism in the film industry from 0 to 10, where would you? And you'd have to use 7, and you can't say 7. So, what is it going to be?
For professionalism in the industry, if you say professionalism as a whole, as everything, I would say Cameroon is like 5 or 4.5. Why am I saying 5? Because the way things work in Cameroon, it's not like it's not working. In fact, let me put it that way: it's not working because people are putting a lot of effort, and what they have to show is just too small. Like it's almost nothing. And in other industries, for instance, you can benchmark the success of someone. For instance, you can go to Nigeria now. Permit me just take an example in Nigeria because that's the people I've been studying. You can go to Nigeria now and you call a Nigerian film director or a producer who just made a successful film, right? And you ask him that, how did he get this project to be this way? He can give you a blueprint.
Step by step.
This is what I did. And then I did like this and I did like this. You can even follow it and it will work. But in this country, nobody can tell you anything for real because it's like everybody is just trying. And sometimes if you want to follow the people that you are seeing that are making it, it becomes very difficult because you realize that there are so many other factors in the corner that you have no idea about. Yeah, so sometimes I can say that the Cameroon movie industry is a little misleading if you are not careful.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of producers that have invested money and have regretted. And I can tell you like that in every 5 films that have been produced in Cameroon, it's like 2 or 3 actually make the success that we celebrate. Most of the producers that I know from experience, they often just put their money and finally they're just
As
crying.
you know,
Or they're just looking for means to see if they can balance a little something.
yeah, but
So it means that something is wrong with the industry.
yeah, but it might not. Yeah, I understand everything you said, but you also understand that it's not just a Cameroonian thing, right? Because I think even in Hollywood, only like 10% of movies which are done in Hollywood even have like break even. So maybe it's kind of a difficult thing, I think, everywhere. But what do you think the Cameroon industry is doing right now?
That they are doing right.
Mm-hmm.
The quality
What
of the
what would you
movies.
encourage in Cameroonian movies now?
Quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cameroonians are really when Cameroonians want to do a good film, they do it. If you watch Cameroonian movies, you see quality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I say Cameroonian movies, I'm talking about productions that people take time to do. I'm not talking about I don't know how to call it, but Cameroonians don't produce too many films, but the few they do, when you watch it,
Yeah.
you see good. You see that people they want to do it. Yeah, especially with the fact that the resources are not there.
Mm.
So
Oh, yeah.
when you see what they're doing, I would say that quality. Cameroon has very good quality movies.
Yeah, and what would you say needs to be ameliorated?
Pride, ego, cliques is what is killing the industry because people cannot comfortably celebrate one another. You know,
We should be like, it should be like a given. Like your brother cannot be doing well, and then
yeah,
you're not celebrating your brother.
it's crazy because look at like the latest movie that has made a lot of waves in Cameroon, the Planters Plantation.
Mm.
Because I always like to research on stuff like that. I went around and I realized that so many big names in the industry didn't post it or even say anything about it.